Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. So today we are from Computer Internet. We were presenting about processor instruction and circuit instruction pipelining for computer organization architecture. Processor instruction cycling and instruction pipelining is an important concept in computer design. Is the processor instruction cycle, which describes the series of actions a CPU takes in order to carry out instructions. Usually, it entails retrieving the instructions from memory, interpreting them, and carry out action and achieving the outcomes. The fundamental function of a computer is the cycling process. The approach known as instruction pipelining is intended to increase processor efficiency by overlapping the execution of several instructions. It reduces idle time and boosts overall performance by segmenting the instruction cycle into phases and processing many instructions at once. The speed and efficiency to contemporary processors are greatly increased by this technique. I want to describe about architecture of processor instruction cycle and instruction pipelining. Pipeline processing can happen not only in the data stream but also in the instruction stream to perform tasks such as fetching, decoding, and execution of instruction. Most digital computers with complicated instructions would require an instruction pipeline. In general, each and every instruction must be processed by the computer in the following order. First, fetching the instruction from memory. Second, decoding the obtained instruction. Third, calculating the effective address. Fourth, fetching the operand from given memory. Fifth, execution of the instruction. Sixth, storing the result in the proper place. Each step is carried out in its own segment, and various segments may take different amounts of time to process the incoming data. Furthermore, there are multiple segments request memory access at the very same time, requiring one segment to wait unless and until the memory access of another completed. A segment instruction pipeline and illustrated in the block diagram given. The instruction cycle is divided into 4 parts. For example, segment 1, the implementation of the instruction fetch segment can be done using the FIFO or first in first out buffer. Segment 2, in the second segment, the memory instruction is decoded and the effective address is then determined in a separate arithmetic circuit. Segment 3, in the third segment, some operand would be fetched from memory. Segment 4, the instruction would finally be executed in the memory last segment of a pipeline organization.
Continue to the part of structure. The instruction cycle is the basic operation of the CPU that consists of 4 steps. The first step is fetch. Read the next instruction from the memory into the processor. And the second step is execute. Interpret the opcode and perform the indicator operation. The third is decode. During this stage, the encoder instruction presented in the instruction register is interpreted by the decoder. The last step is write back. This stage only occurs if the instruction write a value into a register. For example, add, subtract, move, and other. Instruction pipelining is a technique for implementing instruction level parallelism within a single processor. It allows the CPU to execute multiple instructions simultaneously by dividing them into a series of sequential steps, each performed by a different pipeline stage. The different pipeline stages include instruction fetch. In this stage, the CPU retrieves the instruction from memory. The instruction is typically stored at the address specified by the program counter. The next stage is instruction decode. In this stage, The, the CPU interprets the instruction and determines what operation need to be performed. The third stage is execute. In this stage, the CPU performs the operation specified by the instruction. The last stage is write back. In this stage, the CPU stores the result of the instruction in a register or memory.
The performance of a processor instruction cycle is a crucial factor in determining the overall speed and efficiency of a computer system. The instruction cycle, also known as the fetch-execute cycle, is the basic operation that a processor performs to execute each instruction. It typically consists of the following stage. First, fetch. The processor fetches the instruction from memory. The address of the next instruction to be executed is determined by the program counter PC. Second, decode. The fetch instruction is decoded to understand what operation needs to be performed. Third, execute. The decode instruction is executed and the necessary operations are carried out. Fourth, write back. The result of the execution are returned back to the appropriate register or memory locations. This cycle repeats for each instruction being executed by the processor. Instruction pipelining is a technique used to improve the overall throughput of a processor by allowing multiple instructions to be in various stages of execution simultaneously. It is to divide the instruction cycle into stages and have different instructions at different stages concurrently. Each stage performs one part of the instruction cycle, which is first, fetch stage, is fetch the instruction from memory. Second, decode stage is decode the instruction to determine the operation to be performed. Third, execute stage is perform the actual operation specified by the instruction. Fourth, write back stage is write the result back to the register or memory. In a pipeline architecture, multiple instructions can be in different stages of the pipeline at the same time, and each stage works on a different instruction. This parallelism improves the throughput and efficiency of the processor.
So hi, I'm Sakina. I will present to you guys advantage and disadvantage of processor instruction cycle and pipelining. So first is advantage of processor instruction cycle. Simplicity in design and understanding, and second is fewer hazard to handle because with sequential execution, hazard like data dependencies are simpler to manage. So next one is disadvantage of processor instruction cycle. First, each instruction must complete before the next one starts, especially for complex instruction sequence. Second, resources may remain idle during certain stages. So right now, we will talk about advantage of instruction pipelining. First, simultaneous execution of different stages. It can enhance speed. And second is better utilization of hardware resources. So, next one is disadvantage of instruction pipelining. First, increased complexity in design and control, managing hazard, ensuring correct ordering, and handling exception add complexity to the architecture. And second is empty stages due to hazard or misprediction. So, the conclusion in summary, the instruction cycle is the basic set of steps a CPU follows to execute instruction, while instruction pipelining is a technique that allows overlapping execution of multiple instructions to improve overall processing speed. So that's all from our group. Thank you for listening.